Hello friend, Namaskar, I am JK. Today I will show you how many vehicles and major equipment are used in hydroelectric project. If you are going for the project activity, then you have to decide initially how many vehicles required, how many major equipment required. So in this video you will learn each and every equipment and its basics functioning. In upcoming video I will go in the detail, but today I will describe the things in short basics ki how many vehicles and major equipment used in hydroelectric project. First major equipment and vehicle we can say Epiroc Boomer. Boomer is main heart of the tunnel making activity. For tunnel making activity, whatever the blasting is carried out, whatever any rock bolt fixing arrangement is there, Boomer helps a lot. Boomer drill completely in the hard rock या loose rock and rock bolt is fixed, and during the blasting Boomer facilitate to drill the high meter depth with precision dia as per the required dia for the detonator fixing, for the blasting of the rock, that facilitate for making the tunnel. Second major equipment is BharatBenz 2828, we can say tipper. Whatever equivalent is also there, you can choose. This is very important vehicle for removing the muck inside the tunnel. After blasting, whole huge rock particles, huge rock pieces and pieces rock that called muck, that muck is loaded by the dozer in the tipper, and tipper facilitate to go from the tunnel to a required area where that area is decided by superior authority कि this is the area where all the muck deposition will carried out. Third one is major equipment, we can say wet Shotcrete machine. Approximately the size is 30 meter cube. After making the process of blasting, removing the muck, fixing up the rib inside the tunnel, then if there is a loose rock, then shotcreting is required. For the shotcrete activity, this wet shotcrete machine is used and it gives the better performance with little bit time. Then fourth one is hydraulic excavator PC 210. Generally for 7 to 9 meter dia tunnel, this PC 210 excavator is sufficient for loading the muck inside the tipper. This gives a better result for making the mucking removing process during the tunnel making process. Hydraulic rock breaker, it can be attachment in PC 210 for making the cutoff valve, piles. Then requirement of the huge rock is necessary, and that can be taken from the river, and in river you can see also a huge size of the rock is present. That rock is break by this hydraulic rock breaker machine. GA90 compressor, this compressor is generally used in the auto workshop for the maintenance purpose of any hydraulic machines, for the nut bolt tightening, bolt removal process, each and everything whatever pneumatically can be operated generally. And it is also used for the rock breaking activity if it is attached with the vibratory attachment. This is also very important equipment. XAS90 compressor, this is portable compressor. It can be taken out from one place to another place as per the requirement for the breaking of the rock. Since compressor is required, compressed air is required for hammer breaker, so this is very important equipment for the rock breaking activity. Next one is Ador Silent Challenger 410. This is portable diesel operated rectifier machine for any building purpose where electricity is not there. Then this machine play a important role for tunnel making activity. It is gives the better performance during where initial electricity is not there, but we have to carry out the building process for removing the water, drainage of pipelines, for fabrication of and erection of drainage pipeline. Each and every activity can be carried out by this diesel operated welding machine. This is service van. It is required for the each and every equipment which is used in the hydroelectric project for maintenance purpose. Daily greasing of the each and every joint of whatever the PC2, 10 excavator, dozer, dumpers, tipper, each and every vehicle is maintained regular basis by this service van. In this vehicle, compressed air is available, greasing gun is available, each and every tools and tackle which is required for the maintenance of the vehicle, approximately all are available in this service van. Scissor platform. This is very important in the tunneling activity for making the fresh air from outside to inside the tunnel for maintaining the oxygen level. Then scissor platform play a vital role for any erection of the funnel, erection of the rib. Wherever the requirement is there, then it play an important role. Tata 710 pickup is required for store activity because there's a lot of spare is required for making the healthiness of the each and every equipment, vehicle, major equipment. Then this type of vehicle is required, and also for one place to another place, if there is a requirement of the machine movement, if there is a requirement of the equipment movement, this is very necessary for this project. Staff bus, nothing to say, it is for the staff. JCB 3DX Super Backshoe Loader. This is also play important role for removing the muck and loading the muck inside the tipper, and for any excavation activity also will help. JCB 432 ZX wheel loader. It play a very important role in the tunnel muck removal process. It has facility to load the muck very easily in the dumper with a certain height, 3 or 4 meter height. It can easily load the muck inside the tipper. VP 350 XT concrete pump. अविनाश जी, ये क्या है, इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा कंक्रीट पंप के बारे में बताएं।
स्टार्टर की कंक्रीट पंप है।
हाँ हाँ।
हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इसमें मिलर लेके आएंगे और उसके ऊपर में सीधे कंक्रीट डालेंगे M15 ग्रेड की। ये पंप आउट करेगी ऊपर तक। अच्छा। और उसको जो स्पेस क्रिएट हुआ है, कैविटी क्रिएट हुई है, उसको बैक
ओके। तो जनरली डीजल टाइप का कंक्रीट पंप नहीं यूज होता है
टनल के अंदर, इलेक्ट्रिक यूज करते हैं।
अच्छा।
कंपनी का सेम कैपेसिटी का इलेक्ट्रिक वाला भी आता है।
इसका एडवांटेज क्या रहेगा?
इसका एडवांटेज ये है क्योंकि टनल के अंदर थोड़ा वेंटिलेशन का इशू होता है, तो अब जब मशीन डीजल वाली चलती है तो सफोकेशन होता है, धुआं वगैरह होता है। इलेक्ट्रिक वाली चलती है तो कोई इशू नहीं होता।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। फ्रेंड, you should aware that this is two types. First, it is diesel operated engine, and second is it is operated by the electricity. In the tunnel, it is aware that in the tunnel, every time if you are using this type of concrete pump, then you must use only electric operated, because in the diesel operating activity, a smoke will harm a lot, and it is not preferable for the manpower. It create a pollution inside the tunnel, and then it is not favorable for the working manpower. You should have one big Tadano crane, whatever the equivalent, approximately 75 metric ton capacity crane should be required for the hydroelectric project, because for in hydroelectric project, for piling activity, mixing plant is there. For huge piling activity, approximately 30 metric ton of equipment is there for the piling activity. So one big crane is required for transportation, for dismantling, for assembling of the big equipment. Tower crane, approximately 25 metric ton to you can go for 30 metric ton as per the requirement of the site. It is used for the concreting purpose, because huge 100-meter length of the dam is prepared for hydroelectric projects. If the design is barrage, is also for 50-meter height. In 50-meter height, only tower crane and with the help of sunny concrete pump, concreting activity of the dam and barrage is carried out. Mostly civil activity. Next one is Farana, Hydra crane. Hydra crane play an important role for erection of the rib inside the tunnel, and it facilitate a lot inside and outside of the activity, for the erection activity of the batching plant, for the maintenance activity of the auto workshop, each and every equipment which is in the process for making the vehicle movement. Dozer, it is very important for making the road, whatever the road is required to go from one side to another side, then dozer is very important, play a role for dozing of the soil, rock, stator. Vibratory compactor, for making the cutoff valve, then you have to make the layer by layer soil compaction, a huge wall, then it play a huge role, because that soil compactness play important role, and compactness is checked by the gauge, and also superior authority will check the compaction level. So this vibratory compactor play a vital role, because if soil compaction is not appropriate, then leakage formation can happen. Loader front type, this is helpful for aggregate loading in the batching plant and wherever the requirement as per the site. JCB 440 170 Tele Handeler crane, it is also for the lifting of the equipment at a certain height, 30 meter height, 40 meter height. It can easily place the material from ground level to 30 to 50 meter level height. Wheel loader CLG 856H, it is very important, and we can say play a vital role for mucking inside the tunnel loading activity, because due to the space constraint, it have the facility to load the muck by side. Side loading can be done by this wheel loader vehicle. So it is very much important, at least for every adit, for the every tunnel, one number wheel loader is required. Mucking loader, it is much more important, play a vital role for 4 meter dia of the tunnel making process. Then mucking removal is a very challenging job, then this equipment play a vital role to remove the muck from the inside of the tunnel up to 4 meter to 7 meter dia of the tunnel. Excavator 770EX, generally people say we have requirement of JCB. That is excavator. It is much more important for a small job, for soil removing process, for excavation, small activity, for making the road as per the requirement during the tunnel making process, for the dam making process, etc. At least 4 number JCB or minimum 3 number JCB is required for the hydroelectric project. Camper, it is much more important that camper have the 4-wheel power system. Every wheel must be powered by engine, so that in the muddy area, in the muddy road, vehicle have tendency to not the jam in the mud road. Ambulance, certainly it is required for the medication purpose. If there is an emergency, there must be ambulance, because for the life of the approximately 2000 manpower which is working very challenging job in the hydroelectric project, definitely a ambulance play a vital role for safeguard of the manpower. Tipper 407 is required for the maintaining and for the shifting of the material from one place to another place, because it is very important. Every day, on a daily basis, a small movement of the machinery's equipment is required. For store purpose is also required. Then Tata 407 is much most important. Approximate 2 number you should have a water tanker. In the summer condition, what happen? A huge dust is available on the road. Then for spraying the water on the road, it is much more important to remove the dust from the road. And also it can be used for the drinking water from one place to another place, because in hydroelectric project approximately 40 kilometer range working activity is carried out approximately in the 40 kilometer range. So water availability is much more important by this water tank. Diesel tanker, approximately 40 to 60 major equipment is working in hydroelectric project. For timely availability of the diesel, which is much more important, a separate diesel tank is available on the site that can easily give the diesel to every vehicle. You should have diesel generator. Mostly what happen in the new construction of the hydroelectric project, electricity is not available. In meantime, you should have minimum 2 number 910 kVA DC available at the site for every activity, because in the tunnel boomer is working with the electricity. Inside Shotcrete pump is also working with the electricity, and also dewatering every time is carried out, then dewatering pump is available. So for lighting also important in the tunnel, and also blower which give the important air in the tunnel. So each and every equipment is working, and on a continuous basis electricity should be available. Then you have to available DC. Transit mixer, it is used in the batching plant to give the facility on time concrete from one place to another place at the working requirement as per the civil activity. You should have minimum 2 number batching plant. At each audit, at least you should have 2 number batching plant, and that capacity is depend upon the consumption of the concrete. What is the consumption of the concrete? Accordingly, you can decide if this batching plant capacity is 120 meter cube per hour or 45 meter cube per hour is sufficient or not. That can deciding as per the size of the project. Crusher plant also depend upon the size of the project. What is the size of that project? 1000 megawatt hydroelectric project is there, 5000 megawatt hydroelectric project is there, 500 megawatt hydropower project is there. Then accordingly you can install the crusher plant Then next 32 number gantry. After completion of the tunnel, then for concreting of the whole round concreting in the tunnel, then gantry play an important role for concreting of the tunnel from inside to bottom side. Rib bunding machine is also required for making the fabrication activity of the rib, which is used during the tunneling activity. You should have also rock bolt machine available at the site, because in the hilly area transportation is a very challenging job. On time rock bolt is available, then it is much more important for timely completion of the hydroelectric project. So friend, this is the major equipment. In detail I will go one by one, so that we can understand what is the activity is happening in for making the hydroelectric project. Thank you.